This video about my history of bipolar disorder is out of sequence. This follows on from bipolar disorder for my second admission in '99. I came out of hospital in around about Christmas of 1999, went back to my job but became very depressed, couldn't perform properly, and I lost my job. I was dismissed. On the positive side, I was getting cognitive behavioural therapy now, and that was helpful. Yeah, it maybe took a while, but it was helpful. I wrote to the company where I was working when I had my breakdown, because I thought I'd been very badly treated there. I'd been bullied. I asked for an apology, nothing more. It took at first they ignored me. It took a long time to get an apology, but eventually I did. Maybe I could have taken them to a tribunal and got some money, but I chose not to do that. And a large part of my self-esteem really comes from the fact that I behaved very well towards two companies where maybe they haven't treated me particularly well themselves. That's perhaps an unusual attitude, but yeah, it works for me. From '99 really through to 2001, I had a lot of depression. I got a low-paid menial job, and I was depressed there. No, that's 2000. Yeah, that's 2002. Anyway, I was depressed, but a major development was that there started to be a lot of stories in the newspaper about corruption on a very major scale, and it really made me think that was what caused my breakdown, really, thinking that I knew too much about corruption. I started to read about the French oil company Elf Aquitaine, where it seemed that paying bribes was standard practice. I read about President Chirac when he was the mayor of Paris, and how construction company wanting to build a school or hospital had to pay bribes, and how a man called Didier Schuller, who knew too much about this, fled to the West Indies. So all this really made me think that it made me think about what had happened to me. It made me think that possibly that my fears at the time that I could have been assassinated were not so far-fetched. A lady called Ava Jolly, who was a special prosecutor in Paris, said that she received death threats. So it all seemed to tie in. In 2002, I took, as I've said in another video, a big interest in the war in Iraq, and I was talking about that a lot on the New York Times forum. Then there was the Football World Cup, and I read something about the company where I worked, the first company, and someone had gone to prison for corruption, setting up false accounts and then taking money out and paying it into a Swiss bank account. And then I thought, well, I celebrated that, because I thought I can't harm the company anymore, so I don't have to worry the burden's been lifted. But maybe I celebrated too much. I ended up in hospital in 2002. Yes, feeling manic. But around this time, my depression had lifted, and touch wood, it's never really come back. And I met a group of friends in 2002, and they weren't the professional people I'd known before. They were just ordinary manual labourers, The fact that I had mental health problems didn't bother them at all, apparently. And so I had a good social life with them, and I started to enjoy life, which is just as well because at this time my wife was planning to divorce me, and I think the friendships that they had helped get me through the divorce. But in 2003, we went through the divorce, and whether it was the stress of that or whatever, I went manic again, and I was hospitalised in 2003. I'll leave it there.